Now we can start off, John.
Yeah, thank you.
I wanted to give you a huge following because it's fun to actually talk to the man because everybody knows who you are. And someone on my social media, my Facebook, said you are the Great Oz.
I don't know about that. You mentioned 21 seasons. I've really been doing this about 41 seasons. I started about 1980.
Oh, wow. I'm a little off on my numbers, but I appreciate you getting me straight on that.
It didn't get on I didn't get it on the internet until 2001. I had to wait for the internet to come along.
You were before the internet. So you were country, or you were before it was cool, right?
Right.
So let's jump right in. And first of all, you are an IU graduate.
No, I'm not. I actually went to Huntington College in Huntington, and that's where I grew up. I moved down here in 1970. All my kids went to IU.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I was somewhere on the trail there.
Right.
I'm batting 1,000 so far, John. Okay, John. I'm gonna let you tell me about yourself.
Yes.
I'm on the struggle bus. It is Monday, but let's do. How did you get involved in sports writing and reporting?
Oh, it's sports writing. I don't.
And reporting.
My brother and Bob Hamill were good friends. Got together at a newspaper in Huntington called the Herald Press, and they were good friends, and that's how I got to know Bob. And a few years later, the Herald Press hired me as a part-time sports writer. It was about 1963, and it just developed from there. Bob invited me down to Bloomington in 1970, and I spent 40 years there. So that's and it was pretty much sports writing all along. Later in my career, I didn't really cover a lot of games. I just stayed and worked on the desk there at the sports department.
So was that where they would call in the scores to you, or how did you and did you start off like with just a few teams and then grow, or how did that come about?
No, Associated Press, used to put out a list all the time, and I just kind of kept them that way. And when I retired, after 3 or 4 years, I didn't have access to the AP list. So I said, "Oh, what am I going to do?" But by then, I was getting that all myself. By the internet came along. I had I was getting my website going, and a lot of people just sent them to me personally. So that was pretty much it.
Well, and then how did you get your website? How did it come about then?
I saw another guy had a website like that and said, "Well, I thought I could do that." And fortunately, it was free. If it'd been $5 a month, I probably wouldn't have done it because that's pretty cheap.
I love that. Okay.
It was free at the time,
That's the best price yet.
Yes. I jumped in then. Yeah, they got me now, but
yeah, I bet they do.
Yeah, they charge me now, but that's and it just got going. It was when I started, about 2000. Only about 5% of Hoosier homes even had a computer. So it was slow going at the start. And Jim Russell is the sports information director at the IHSA, and he linked the IHSA site to mine, so that got me going pretty good.
So when you, did you ever think this would be, this is one of the, if not the most followed website in the whole state of Indiana. Did you realize how big it was going to become?
No, not really. It was kind of it started out as kind of a media site, just for sports writers and broadcasters.
Yes.
But it's, I had no idea that schools would follow it that much, coaches and athletic directors. And then a few fans come along.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
everybody keeps me on my toes. You know, they all send me corrections. It's amazing how this is a group effort on us.
Absolutely. So going back then on how do you prepare? You know, we've entered into August. How do you prepare getting ready for the seasons, and what do you do during the summer to get prepared?
Well, first I have to get the schedules from everybody, and football is no problem. A guy by the name of Paul Condrey and his staff at Indiana Football Digest, they send me 95% of the schedules, and I'm easily able to chase down the other few, and if they don't, somebody will send it to me. But I get all the schedules, and that's pretty much all I do in football. I've had those mostly since May, you know. So right now I'm mainly working on basketball. Basketball schedules, but football shouldn't be a problem. It never is.
Right. Well, football, yeah, there's not as many games. The basketball, there's just games and games and games. Do you so going back on this with the year of COVID and you know some games not being played and then some games being rescheduled, was it a little more difficult to get all that together? I'm thinking.
Absolutely, it was a real headache. You know, people would cancel games, which really wasn't a problem. But then they schedule another game, and I didn't know about it. So
right? Yeah, exactly.
It was terrible last year. I'm hoping that doesn't happen again. Although the way things are going, it looks like it might. We've had a couple of cancellations already.
Right. Yeah. And so then how do you get the scores then? So okay, so you're very fast and very accurate, and how do you get those? So
good. I'm on Twitter, you know, and I have like 18,000 followers on Twitter, and that's where I get most of my scores. You know, all the media is usually on there. The athletic directors are on there. There is tweeting out scores all the time, and at the end of the evening, when if I don't have a half a dozen, I'll send out a list of scores I still need, and someone will follow up. So I get almost all my football scores the night they're played.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a real help.
Absolutely. And then what about, do you enter all those yourself, or do you have a staff now, John?
No, I enter all those myself. That's not so bad, you know. Yeah, wow. It's 150 football games a night, but on Friday night, but it's not so bad. They come in pretty quickly, and I have a dictation device where I just speak the score, and it writes it on writes it on a list for me, and I can enter it that way. That's
a blessing.
Oh, it is, because I'm a poor typist.
Well, that's a lot, you know, that's a lot to get in and make sure, you know, when you start hearing the numbers and trying to get the numbers all typed up, you know, and get them entered in, you know, that's a lot to keep up with.
Yes. Yeah, but it's fun. A Friday night of football is fun. Those nights in basketball when there are a lot of postponements and things like that, and you have to chase down the rescheduled dates on those. It's no fun. At least in football, if a game is postponed on Friday night, it has to be played Saturday or it won't get played. So, you know, it's pretty much locked in.
Right. Do you, as far as like, so really you've been very devoted and very, very good about giving up your Friday nights then and some other nights through the week too, right?
Right. I never get out to a game.
Well,
pretty much standard. You know, occasionally I'll watch a game online, but a little bit of it. Just and a lot of times in basketball, if I don't have a score, I'll go find their video feed and watch the end of the game just to get the score.
Wow.
I get scores. Someone said, "How do I get my scores?" I say, "I get them by hook and crook." You are quite the you will find out, won't you? You're quite the reporter there on that. I mean, you know, do what you got to do to get them, and so you make sure that you have every team. Yes, every IHSAA school, every tournament team I want to have, and I'd hate to get to the tournament and find out someone has played. There's a team that right now that may not have a season. They're not starting out with the season, and the athletic director said, they might have one late in the year, but they could also be in the tournament late then, and I'd want to have their scores. So I've got to watch out for teams like that.
Right. Well, and it's very difficult to keep up with, and a lot to keep up with. Has anyone ever suggested that maybe you take on some other sports too? Maybe broaden the horizon. Or are you?
Yes, I've been asked to do football,
baseball. I wondered.
And volleyball. And of those three, volleyball would easily be the easiest because there are no postponed games in volleyball hardly. It's in the fall.
Right.
The baseball and softball, I don't know how I keep up the schedules with them because they're postponing every day, so every other day. So I don't know how I keep up with them.
Yeah, that would be.
You could do soccer.
Yeah, soccer.
Yeah. Possibility too, yeah.
We're adding more to your list, John,
your
right?
plate isn't full enough yet.
Yeah, the tough part is getting everyone's schedule. Like I'm working on basketball, and it will take me up till November to get all our basketball schedules in. It's no fun typing in 22 games for everybody.
Right.
That's the real work of this,
Right.
Scores and things like that are fun.
Right. Well, that was my, I guess my next question was, do you have any projects coming up? But I guess your project would be working on basketball, right?
Yeah. That's the main thing. Yeah. If I ever expanded to those others, I would have to take somebody else on to help me out.
Right. Well, because that would be just so much to keep up with. So
yeah.
And then of course during basketball, a lot of times the games are played during the week or and that's you really have to be dedicated to this.
And basketball, every Saturday is taken up because girls' games start about noon, and it's all day long then, and then boys' games take over in the evening, so it's a long day. And also around holiday tournament time, all the days around Christmas are taken up with games between Christmas and New Year's. And a Christmas get together for our family, we'll get together here, and, on a day between Christmas and New Year's, and we have the kids opening presents and the adults playing a board game or something, and I'm over in the corner trying to keep up with all the holiday tournaments.
Well, somebody better be getting you some Christmas cookies to you during that time.
Right, they do. They take care of me.
Wow, that's very dedicated. So I guess you love it and enjoy it, and I guess you said 41 years now?
Yes.
So has there already been any, I guess, big changes, or is it pretty, I guess now it's a little easier, maybe like you said with Twitter, to get the scores?
Yes, it's much easier to get everything now. The difficult thing is they're starting schools all the time, charter schools and private schools, and it just makes more and more schools, small schools basically, that are tougher to get scores right away. They're not involved as.
So if you did, maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. If you go back 41 years ago, how did you get the scores? Did the coaches call them in? Did you call the coaches or?
I got those all generally from Associated Press. They put out a list all the time on scores. So,
that is true, yeah.
Football, boys basketball. I didn't start girls basketball until 2001. So.
Right, that is true.
So I got all my scores from the wires. United Press International also had a wire that people came, in Indiana at that time, and they put out a score list too every night.
Right. Well, you're very impressive, and it's kind of fun to find out, what's behind the curtain with the Great Oz.
I don't know if I'm the Great Oz. people talk about my predictions. You know, I have a prediction on every game. Eventually, I will. It'll be a couple weeks of football, but that's all generated by a computer program. So it's not me sitting in there and trying to figure out every game. It's all done at one fell swoop.
I love that. Well,
Yeah.
And then what do you do when you're not doing this? Do you have any hobbies or something you like to do?
No, the winters are taken up. You know, there's a lull between after March and now. You know, and there's not a whole. I'll play a little golf, but not a whole lot. You know, it's we'll take vacations, and that's about it.
Well,
we have 4 children, and we go out and see their families. You know. All over, so that helps.
that's wonderful. Well, you are so awesome, and it's so fun and get to talk to you. And of course, you know, we count on you. We use your information for sure. And I know there's so many other people that do, and so many other check your website and find out, or see what the scores are. And everybody likes to keep up with all the other teams. So.
Yeah.
We appreciate your dedication and all that you do.
Well, thank you. That's what it's there for. A lot of people say, well, how long are you going to keep doing this? You know, and I say, well, I'll do it till I drop. I like it that much.
Well, it's amazing how fast you are at getting the information and how accurate you are. And we do appreciate for sure all of your hard work and dedication, and we hope you don't ever stop. So we are very, you've got us. We're very dependent on you, John.
Thank you. You said how accurate I am. When I get a wrong winner on, say, a Friday night, 20 emails.
Yeah, absolutely.
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
How could I be so wrong?
Yeah, I've been wrong a few times myself on things, and I do know that we have lovely people that will make sure that we stay in the right direction, right?
Right. Yeah.
Well, John, it's a pleasure getting to talk with you. Let's talk again, please. Anytime, call, and keep up the great work and all that you do. And and we're having so many people. When I put up that we were gonna talk to you, everybody saying you're the best, and how much they and so I hope you feel the love and all that you do and your dedication, and when you do give up your Friday nights and your holiday times and all that,
right.
how valuable you are to everyone.
Well, thank you very much. You're too kind, really.
No, not at all. I appreciate that, and we do appreciate you. So thank you, and you have a wonderful Monday and a great week, hon, okay?
Well, thank you. We're looking forward to Friday night already.
Me too. And Laura actually has a high schooler that will be playing, and she loves Friday nights under the lights too. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you, John.
Happy Monday.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye. All right. Wonderful. How awesome.
That's super exciting.
Yeah, and to do it himself. I thought
he had a host.
I thought he had a staff. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wouldn't you think that?
That's what I just assumed.
Yeah.
That's what we get for assuming.
I know it happens. And sometimes, like the simplicity, and sometimes like what he's talking about can be like the best.
Absolutely.
And that's awesome. And to his point too, him doing that, he makes sure that it's done right. For doing it for 41 years, he knows how to do it. But you think about all of the teams, and keeping up with them all,
Athletic director here, so he stays in touch with them.
Right. And then you think this, okay, so you kind of, at a game, you have the game, and then, win or lose, either way, you're either celebrating, or you're, hugging, or hugging either way, I guess. But anyway, but then for the athletic directors, they're so busy on game days. They've got a lot going on too. And then of course they are kind of making sure that everybody leaves and
everything's tidied up.
Yeah, everything's tidied up, and and then when you blow out the candles and everything, and then for them to get on Twitter, I mean, I mean, it might be a little bit later, but but what's so impressive is he gets them really quick, the scores. So,
Absolutely.
I mean, you think about, because I know sometimes, like, I get wrapped up in the game or get wrapped up on another thing, right? Or
Just
a surprise that somebody's talking to you. Somebody wants to talk or something, and then you want to talk too. So it's amazing how fast he gets those scores out. Yeah. So I just thought he had a team. I figured he had.
Well, that's what I have assumed for years.
Like we are sent as elves, how. In my head, I always think people have that. I don't know, but not, not necessarily. So that's pretty cool. The man behind the curtain, the Green Oz. I love that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Me too. I love that. All right, Laura had a big weekend. Went up to our Indiana State Fair. They, I kind of want to explain. Our state fair went 20 days. It doesn't always go that long. Okay. The reason that they took it a little longer was because they wanted to have. We didn't get a fair last year for the Indiana State Fair, and they wanted people to enjoy it, but they also wanted the vendors and all of the activities to be a part. But also, they wanted to do it safely so that more people, could come, but not necessarily maybe everybody come all at once. When you have just a few days or 2 weeks, I think it was 2 weeks normally, like 14 days or so, it's a little tighter. So they thought that by spreading it out a little bit more, there wouldn't be, so many, and more people maybe would get to enjoy it, and also better for the vendors to make, because we know that hurt a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And of course, so they went which I heard. I was up there, and so many people were so happy about that. That they did extend it and make it a little bit longer, and so that they could enjoy it a little bit more. And just like when we had our county fair, it was so successful. Our county fair, Washington County Fair, like made money. You know what I mean? And that was and that was good for our economy. That was good for our community. It was good for our people. It was good for everybody.
Absolutely.
And if you remember, we had Chamber of Commerce kind of weather. Our weather.
Absolutely. It was the best week I think we had all summer. Everybody came out and supported it, but I felt like it was done very safely. It was done very well.
I know, and I know, and you are very, very protective of that. Making sure that everything's done well. And we had more. The Washington County. Remember every little place. I'm not going to say nook and cranny. Did I say it right?
It is true, though.
Had hand sanitizer everywhere.
Absolutely.
There wasn't anything that stood. If there was a tree stump, it had a hand
sanitizer. I was very proud of that.
If there was a rock, it had a hand sanitizer on it. Anyway, available. Anyway, so
it's true.
I think I even saw like a big anthill. No, I'm exaggerating.
Probably. Probably.
Every little thing. But anyway, going back to the state fair. So the state fair was, it was wonderful. It was done good. And I got to tell you, I reported it. Okay. So 2 years ago, we went up and because we didn't have one last year. So 2 years ago when we went up, Aspen got this. They do this. They take a pickle. Okay. Which our group loves pickles. Okay. And they hollowed it out. Okay, and then they put a hot dog in the middle of the pickle, and then they dip it in a corn dog.
Oh, my land.
Yeah, okay. So I didn't get that 2 years ago. So for 2 years, this has been
dreaming
in my mind. Okay, sometimes if I make it at home or try it. Let me put the word try. Then it ruins things.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Then I don't want it. So I didn't want to try it at home because I don't think I can make that. I just for some reason don't think my kitchen can pull that off. So for 2 years, this has been on my mind. Okay. So if I even had brain fog and everything that we've been through, still that corn dog was on my mind. It made it through. It made it through all the brain fog, everything that mine. Yeah. So anyway, so going up there. But also I know that I can be very obnoxious with saying how much, when are we going to get the corn dog? When is this magical event going to take place? So I try to tread lightly because there's so much. We were up there for Queen's Day, but we got up there a day early just to volunteer. So anyway, so when you're a volunteer, we volunteered for Prairie Farms, and
Yeah.
Laura, remember Prairie Farms came and the
Yes.
Lions Club? They were part of the Lions Club. They came and helped, and there was other Tri-Kappa help.
Absolutely. They donated all that milk.
Remember,
Milk
I
to
said
everyone.
Prairie Farms.
Fantastic.
They have been so good to our state.
Absolutely.
Remember, and they were hitting other areas.
Absolutely. I think they went to Pekin like twice.
Absolutely.
Because
And then,
they took a smaller amount each
Yeah,
time. But yeah, it was amazing.
and remember Jeremy. I remember it was almost like he was creating it. It just kept coming.
Yes.
I mean, that truck, I could not figure out how many gallons of milk it would hold. It was almost like he was making it. There was a cow somewhere making it, bringing it. Because it was just like, it just kept coming out.
Yes.
And people did the drive-through, and it was so wonderful for our community and other communities.
Yes.
Remember? Such a blessing. So I just can't say enough. So up there at the state fair, they did ice cream. And it was, so we volunteered, and they had strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, and black walnut. Yes, and black walnut they had different features, and so the day we were there, Saturday, it was black walnut. And I didn't get to try any because we were so busy. They told us that we could try it, but we were so busy dipping. Then, I mean, that you got to be quick. Whole new appreciation. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. You know, and so, I mean, and you want to keep the line, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
You know, and that's not my strong point because I've not ever really been doing that, you know what I mean? And so, anyway, but we were scooping ice cream and getting it out, we had a blast. But anyway, so, you got to get a whole new appreciation for that.
Absolutely.
And we also had the Prairie Farms milk, the white and the chocolate milk, and which went over really well. And anyway, of course, the kids, you know, and it was so much fun. So anyway, so we were so busy doing that, so we hadn't got to the food, to our food, you know what I mean? So on my mind, I'm thinking, okay, this is on the bucket list. So finally, whenever, you know, let's go get food, you know, then I find that beautiful vendor that has it, and he's in the same spot, you know, from 2 years ago, which hallelujah, you know, the heavens open up, you know, and I said, I'm looking forward to this. So they gave me this huge big corn dog with a pickle, and it was everything.
Amazing.
Yeah, I had to stop for a moment of silence. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, so I did get that.
I have never heard of that, so that's gonna have to.
Well, when you go to the fair, Laura, and you're the same, right? We tried.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Now they did have, they had buffalo meat, and they had it was a buffalo shredded buffalo, and then you could get eggs on it. And Aspen tried that, and she said it was delicious. I like buffalo. I mean, a real live buffalo. So I have trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not, you know.
I have tried buffalo meat before,
Okay.
and it's okay. It's not. I don't know.
Well, remember my story? I went to the buffalo farm, and I had wore the red jumpsuit. It was actually a red-orange jumpsuit, and it was so bright. And the buffalo charged. They said that it was the outfit, and that it never had that happen before. So and so they had to get me out of the area. And ever since then, I feel like a connection. I think it was a good charge. I don't think he was. I think he was trying,
Making friends.
Yes, I think he was trying to impress me, so to speak. I feel like that male buffalo. Instead of, I see it as I don't think it was a negative. I think it was a positive. So I feel like that I can't eat them now. So I don't know. I know. So but anyway, so she was brave to try that. Then there was also, of course, your Polish sausages.
Oh, yes.
You can't go wrong with that, right? And then they had the ice cream, which we had to try that. Delicious, different. We didn't get any when we were dipping, but there was other, from the dairy farmers. And then we had the gyros, the lamb.
Oh yeah.
Which I can't do that either, because I showed lambs, love lambs.
No.
It was too bad. So anyway, but yeah,
Elephant ears.
Well, remember, okay, let's go back to the Washington County Fair.
Uh-huh.
And Aspen reminded that we had so many. You remember it was ridiculous amount.
Yes, I remember.
So I thought I'm not going to open that up again because then I'll, So did not get an elephant ear, but I saw them and they were beautiful. And I do suggest, of course, the funnel cakes. They had those, and yeah, the caramel apples, the candy apples, dipped caramel. Yeah, just remember Templeton, the fair is a small sport. So yes, the fair, yes, they had everything. So if anyone, it's still going strong, and they've got free concerts. They had Casting Crown last, and we didn't get a chance to see because the Queen's Day was yesterday, and they were very busy in the parade. They had a parade and everything, and they will compete in January. That was a little confusing because normally, years ago, they would have the competition
at the state
fair.
Yeah, I assumed they did.
Yeah, and everybody does assume that, but they changed it because a lot of your girls are college students, and a lot of the girls, it was hard for them to get to college and to get to their dorms, setting up their dorms and getting ready, and then doing the Queen pageant. So they thought they would be more established or more in their place, and so it's actually held in January.
So that's unique. I had no idea.
I know, it's really different. I know, everybody, yeah. But they go ahead and have the Queen's Day at the fair. So they had that Sunday. So all the queens got to meet each other and kind of come together from, 92 counties. So they're letting some girls come that didn't get to compete last year due to COVID. So right now they have 115 girls. So that number could climb up because there's some counties that still have not had their stuff. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so it was very busy. Yeah. A lot of crowns, a lot of a lot of bling.
Oh, I bet.
A sea of bling.
Yeah, looked like they were enjoying her crown. All the little girls.
She had a blast. Yeah, and met some new friends too. So that's cool.
That's awesome.
So anyway, so the Indiana State Fair. I know the Beach Boys are going to be coming up this weekend, and of course
that'll be exciting.
Exactly. Yeah, and John Stamos. Remember Uncle Jesse?
Yes, Uncle Jesse. What was his band called?
I know.
Jesse and the Rippers.
Look at
Jesse
you.
And the Rippers.
Wow, I'm impressed, Laura.
I used to watch that as a child.
I did too.
Many years.
Absolutely.
My nieces actually watch the new one.
Yeah. What's
Fuller House.
Fuller House.
Yes.
That is great. I'm so impressed. Laura, I would not have been able to pull that one out. That's very good. Yeah. So So and then they'll have other things going on. They have other events. Of course, it's fun to go up and see the 4-H'ers, our local 4-H'ers, and the livestock and the animals, and of course all of the projects and stuff. So it's called, oh my goodness, I just went blank, but it's a area that has got free things, which I love that because we know with our fair, we like some of the free things because we know when you have 1,000 children or, it can get costly and a lot. So they have, I just went blank, it's called Pioneer Village there. And so anybody going to the state fair, stop by Pioneer Village, and there's fun things for the kids to do. And it shows them, they go through different growing, you go through the growing of vegetables to the milking of cows. And anyway, and then when they go on the journey, they get a little something, and then they turn that in, and they either get free milk or a free piece of cheese, the cheese, So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, so I love that they have the free events too, so that everybody can have fun,
Absolutely.
Yeah, so awesome. Yeah, so pretty cool. All right, some more information. The Reds took the series with the Phillies 2 games to 1 and are still in solid second place. Yay, we'll take that. And the Reds welcome in the Cubs Monday night at 7:10 tonight with the pregame at 6:40. So I know we have a lot of Cubs fans out there, but let's hope that the
Reds can hang tight.
You get it, girl. Exactly. The Colts won their first preseason game, topping the Panthers 21-18. Yeah. So you talk. There was a huge race. We had a Colts game, and then the fair. Indianapolis was booming yesterday.
Oh my land!
Yeah.
I'd hate to have been in that traffic.
It really, though, everybody. If you keep moving, you remember. Keep going, keep moving, keep moving.
Look left, keep going, look left.
You get it, girl. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So in racing at Indianapolis over the weekend, I love to say his name, AJ Allmendinger. I can see
Which one can't you say?
There's some of the ones I cannot say, but Almendinger, because I want to name something, like if I have like another. I'm not getting a dog, but any I want to name Almendinger.
A new grandson.
Well, there you go. I don't think the girls will go for that Almendinger. But I do know I love that, and I love to say it because for some reason, this is so bizarre, but we've had racing on our station for forever.
Years, yeah.
So if for some reason, whenever I'm either when I walk in the room, we have the broadcast on, or I'm just for some reason, it always is saying, I hear AJ Allmendinger. AJ Allmendinger. It's just funny. And then it'll be stuck in my head all day long. I'll be saying AJ Allmendinger. I don't know why. I don't know. So I need to get a photo with AJ Allmendinger. But and so I'm so proud because I can say that name. And there's so many racing names I cannot say, Laura. Remember, you have to be the one.
Yes, I say most.
Yes, you have to help me out. You're very good on that.
Helio Castroneves or something.
Yeah, I know. I'm just over here smiling.
Your terrible one last.
Oh, it's and I don't want to offend them in any shape or form, but
and some of them are difficult.
Yeah. He won the road course, and with Austin Cindric. I'm saying that right, Cindric?
I think so.
Winning Saturday's Xfinity race. Willpower drove number 12 Verizon 5G team Penske Chevrolet to victory in the Big Machine Spike Coolers Grand Prix on Saturday on the Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course. His 5th career win on the 14th turn, and so congratulations. I think I'm saying that right. But I do have a fun fact. Our own Governor Holcomb, was actually a guest with the Penske team. So he got to be a guest at the race with the Penske team. So that's pretty cool that the two came together, and that was yesterday. So that was pretty cool to see our governor there. Okay. High school football returns to the airways on Friday night. Yay! Friday night.
Football.
Yeah, Friday night football. Friday night under the lights. Yeah.
I love it.
Friday night at Eastern High School, we'll host West Washington. Salem opens up on the road to North Harrison. So you got a road game, Laura.
Absolutely.
Laura, hit the
We're
road.
ready.
Those are fun. Tune in at 6:45 for the pregame show at 7 for kickoff. And Wednesday night, we'll be debuting WSLM's own Coach's Corner for the 45th year. Tune in at 6:05 for the Purdue football show, followed by Coach's Corner at 7. Stay tuned at 8 for the Tom Allen show. And as of right now, we are going to be having Coach's Corner at McDonald's. I'm loving it.
Yay!
And so then,
That's exciting.
but if anything changes, we know that
everything is subject to change.
Subject to change. So we will see. And I think that's something we're going to have to go back. Remember how we, like, for a long time, we've been, like, everything we say we have to tread lightly on. Absolutely. Or possibly. And so there was a little bit of hiccups in our water. Our mayor, they got it fixed at 6:45, and they said it was going to be a few hours possibly, but it looks like it cost possibly. They have worked so hard, though. I do want to say the team has worked very hard, and I know it's not. I know, it's when we don't have water or electricity, it's two things that we really count on. Absolutely. And so, but I do want to say hats off to the team working very hard, and we just have to have patience. And I don't know all of the things that go involved, but we do know that there's a lot involved in it. And of course that affects East Washington because, they get the water from the Salem. And so therefore they have canceled school due to that, because we know that with, all of things that you need with water.
Yeah, those bathrooms.
They don't flush themselves.
And with our COVID disaster, we kind of need water to wash our hands.
Yeah, very important. So, so they're working and getting it. So everyone, please just be patient. And when I put something up, I want to try to keep people informed and keep them in the know. But I also don't want anybody saying anything mean, because we know behind the scenes, anytime you're doing something, There's a lot
It was
behind
a
the
Sunday.
scenes.
Those people that had to go out and work on that water had to leave their families and
I've seen
whatever
them.
plans they had. So
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. Hats off to them for doing that.
And I've seen, and I always like to be remind people, I've seen them in the winter when there's been something break, and it's been so cold, and they're in that water. I mean, like chest deep,
yeah,
doing this, and I'm thinking,
No.
well, I just it's it's not something that you just want to do, and I just think of it. I think of that because I've seen that. I've taken photos of that.
Absolutely, right on Main Street.
Absolutely, and so what they're doing, and they're working hard. So let's just be patient, and we are. Yes, we understand that. But
it's very frustrating. Yes, I'm frustrated too, but we will make it work.
Absolutely,
okay.
Yeah, it will. We will. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to remind people on that too. So, and I do believe you have some COVID stats
I
for us.
do, and it's super yucky. I don't like it. These are as of Thursday, August 12th. For the state, we had 2,721 new cases, 12 new deaths.
Oh.
Yeah. Our local listening area, we had 265 new cases, 1 new death. Washington County has had 97 cases since August 1st. 97.
Oh, wow.
Lawrence County, as of Thursday, August 12th, had 24 new cases. Jackson County, 20 new cases. Jennings County, 14 new cases. Orange County, 12 new cases. Washington County, 14 new cases.
14 new cases.
14 new cases. Scott County, 16 new cases. Clark County, 89 new cases. Lloyd County, 36 new cases, 1 new death. Harrison County, 28 new cases. And Crawford County, 12 new cases. For Washington County, we currently have 2,653 cases, 39 deaths, for an 8.9% positivity rate. And I know that that's not even close to being correct, because I know people that tested positive over the weekend. So that number is definitely higher than that.
Right. And Lori, just on a personal note, we know there are beautiful families in our community.
Absolutely, that are getting this, and some aren't making it out, and some are in ICU right now fighting, and it's frustrating to me. I was reading an update from Dr. Eric Gazel. He is Clark County's health department health director, and then he is also an ER doctor at Clark Memorial, and he put this morning that Clark Memorial is currently out of ICU beds. 2 states away are calling, looking for ICU beds.
Yeah.
I mean, that's eye-opening.
Yeah.
To think, what are we going to do?
Right. And
what if one of us had a heart attack? Where are we going to go?
Right. Because we know other things are going
Absolutely.
on, and that's very scary. And I know that that there's been several that's very worried about that.
Absolutely.
About having the bed.
I'm concerned about it just for the seniors in our nursing homes. What if something, where are they going to end up?
Yeah, sure. And that you have a right to be concerned, because that is your priorities.
Absolutely. I think the world of the patients. Like they're just like my family.
Well,
and
your residents are,
for them to not have a bed should something happen.
Yeah. Well, it's just I don't know the answers either. I think we just need to just keep going back over
Absolutely.
Things, and washing hands, staying home when you don't feel well, and and
wearing your mask if you're in a big room.
Yeah.
If you're not outdoors.
Yeah.
You don't do it for yourself. Do it for someone that you love.
Right. And I think something that was a good eye opener to me, when if you do test positive, and for whatever reason, if you test positive and you're thinking, I'm going to go home and quarantine, but before that, I'm going to stop and get groceries.
No.
I mean,
no.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I know people are doing it, and I know these numbers probably aren't even close to being accurate.
Well,
honestly,
because we know that there's numbers, because there's people doing it over
buying the over-the-counter test, and then they're not reporting that they're positive.
Right,
so then no one's doing the contact tracing, and it's a vicious cycle at the moment.
Right. Well,
And I just want people to, I know people.
There's no shame in it. You can't,
No.
it's happened to some really clean, great people.
Oh,
that,
absolutely. It's not a matter
would
of
have never dreamed it would have been them.
Right. Yeah. So it's just something that we just got to keep on.
Absolutely.
And we'll
Do
keep
what's
reporting
right.
it, letting people know, and keep those that are in our, our communities and surrounding communities, keep them in your thoughts and prayers for sure, because
Absolutely.
there's really some beautiful families that are battling a lot. So,
Absolutely.
all right, I appreciate that report, Laura. So
Absolutely. I wish it was different.
I know.
Different. But
Right.
that's what we've got for today.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to take a change on another note. This is the 16th day. We're getting sandwiched in the middle of the month. Isn't that crazy? August, I know. This is, here we go. Cupcake day.
Oh, yeah.
Laura, if I was going to make you a cupcake, what would I make you? What kind would you want me to make you?
Probably, I like lemon cupcakes. I really like lemon cupcakes with cream cheese icing.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah, they're super good.
Yeah.
We have found this new bundt cake place.
Oh, I know.
And oh my lands.
Yeah.
Me and Noah take a drive and go there, maybe once a month or
I
something.
love that.
And
well, you were the one that told me about it, and then you were the one that suggested I try it, and then you opened up a whole new.
Yes.
Yes, I should not have found out about that. Yeah, exactly. Pandora's box you opened up. Yeah, because that is good. That is good. But I think on my end, well, I'm a lemon girl, so I'm with you 100% on that. But I think a good chocolate and a good homemade chocolate cupcake.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh.
Yes. We have to go find some cupcakes.
Cupcakes, yeah. All right, today is also National Airborne Day. It's not showing like airborne like sneezes.
Yes,
it's actually,
we don't want
it's
that.
actually like the pilots.
Oh, yeah.
So I love to watch an air show. I've not watched a good air show in a long time, but they did fly over the state fair, and that was so cool. So National Bratwurst Day. I love a good bratwurst.
Absolutely.
What do you put on it?
Usually mustard.
Yeah, can't go wrong. Yep. National Roller Coaster Day.
Yeah.
Do you like the wooden roller coasters, or do you like?
I kind of like the metal ones better.
Yeah. The wooden ones, you hear that?
Yes, and that makes me nervous.
I love that. I like that on the thrill seeker. But sometimes the wooden ones, like really like your neck. It's like. But hats off to Holiday World, and I saw that Holiday World going to be going to weekends only.
Yes, I see that.
Yeah, so that's going to be exciting, and of course, if everything behaves, we might get the October. That remember which they do such a great Halloween.
The Halloween.
Oh, their Halloweens are so much fun there. So we'll see. Time will tell.
Hopefully
we
can.
All right. This is also National Rum Day, so I guess if you have your rum before the roller coaster, that might be.
Well, Now, May Richardson makes me an amazing rum cake.
Oh, I do love. Yeah, I forgot about rum cake. Yeah, look at that.
Look, I'm just
How about a
carrying
rum?
on the cupcakes into the rum.
What about a rum cupcake? Yeah, that'd be.
Absolutely. I bet it'd be amazing.
You know it. You ever watch those Cupcake Wars?
I like watching that.
I do too. And then I start craving cupcakes after I watch them.
Absolutely.
They put all kinds of things. Yeah.
One of them had some honey glazed bacon on top.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can get that at Walmart. Yeah.
Oh my land.
Yeah. The bacon on the, and it really is good. Yeah, I've had that before.
I've not, but
Yeah.
it looked good.
Now, I saw one episode, and they took the cupcake. They had to do it was almost like a beef or meat. So one took like barbecue, shredded barbecue, and put it in the cupcake, and then I'm trying to remember what kind of, it was like a glazed icing of maybe like I can't remember what the icing was, but it really looked good, and I would have tried that. I would have tried it, but it was kind of like a sweet, and remember how we kind of like the
sweet and salty.
Yeah, it was good. I'm trying to remember I can't remember what the frosting was, but it looked really good. And when they bit into it, But I was thinking if I was judging that, if some of them were so good, I wouldn't stop. They take those little bites. I guess you have to take the little bites because
you got so many to go through. Yeah.
But I think that if I really found one, I
go back and eat that one.
For Old Settlers Days, I I did 2 years. One time I tested the brownies. It was a baking contest, and one was apple pies, one was brownies, and one was I'm trying to remember what the third thing was, and I had trouble because I wanted to eat.
Oh yeah.
We have so many people. I did say this,
Wow.
and I've said this up at the state fair. It's fun to go places and eat good food, but there these kitchens here in our community.
Oh,
These
absolutely.
people can lay down some great food and great desserts, great pies, cakes, and I tell you what, if I start naming out, then people will be hitting them up for some good
absolutely.
stuff. But there are some
I
really
love
good.
when the Senior Citizen Center does a bake sale.
Oh, yeah.
I never miss one.
Yeah. I just want to say there's a lot of great down here in the southern part of this state. There are some kitchens that can really just put some really good stuff out. Yeah, I'd say some of the best of the best. Yeah, I definitely. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, so I got to be that judge, and that's probably why they stopped letting me be the judge because. But it was delicious. So.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. So, very good. Anyway, okay, back to the now back on track here. So anyway, so National Rum Day. This is also National Tell a Joke Day. Okay.
Oh.
So Laura, who made the fish's wishes come true?
Who made the fish's wishes come true? I would say Dr. Seuss.
I know it sounds like it, doesn't it? It's Fairy Godmother. Okay, use this at supper table tonight, okay? All right. Where did the pigs go for a rest? To their hammock.
Oh my land.
Okay, one more, okay? What do you call a cow that can't give milk? A milk dud. Oh, okay, all right.
That's great.
Yay. So that's Tell a Joke Day. This is also Stay Home with Your Kids Day. I love when my children were home. I'm one of those parents, and I know you are too.
Absolutely.
We love our kids with us, but they do have to go to school and do their things. This is also True Love Forever Day. All right, love that. So get out and enjoy for sure. All right, beautiful Monday, and we've got some rain going on. We'll remind everybody on those roads, please be extremely careful.
Yes.
Very dangerous out there it can be. So yeah,
makes me nervous.
I know. So buckle up, be safe, and remember to be let's be kind.
Absolutely, be kind, be clean.
Yes.
Keep your germs to yourself. Watch the standing water on the roadways. It was starting to get a little rough.
Right. Yeah. And if we do have more rain and we come up on some big water that's standing there, do not go through it. Go around.
Yes.
And I'm guilty as others, that you see, you're thinking, oh, I want to do that. But don't do it. Wonderful. All right. Well, Laura, thank you for keeping up with the great work. And of course, Salem Crossing, all you do and keeping up. And I know you guys do a great job. And I love to, give you praises on that. And everybody's so valuable. And from everybody involved in working the facility, and to all of the residents, their homes, everything is so much, and we just pray that everybody stays healthy and safe. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I think we all need a lot of prayer for sure.
Yeah, right now we do.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Laura. Let's thank our sponsors.
Absolutely. We have Walmart, Meadow Butte, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Kentucky Cat and Court, and Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn.
All right, everyone, have a happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
Dumpster rental for your cleaning projects is easy with KCC Disposal. If you are a homeowner and you're cleaning out your garage, or you're a business owner with a cleanup project, a rented dumpster can be the perfect solution. Everything can be tossed into one container, out of sight and out of mind. My dumpsters are rented up to 5 days. Just give KCC a call to get a quote and set up a time to get your dumpster delivered. Get rid of all this junk by calling KCC Dumpster Service at 812-946-0774. or message us at Kentuckiana Cat and Core on Facebook. Thank you for your business, and God bless.
Hi, I'm Quinn Buckner, a proud member of the American Senior Communities team. On the court, I've seen my fair share of victories. But as a nation, we now seek a victory through vaccination. Come on, give me a B.
I took it.
Of course I took it.
The COVID vaccine may feel rushed, but it was actually the result of focused collaborative work by experts. Safety steps have not been skipped.
Give me a B.
American Senior Communities, where caring people and teamwork make the difference.
The best entertainment value of the summer returns in 2021, bigger and better than ever. Your Indiana State Fair free stage performance schedule brings you all the sounds of summer, including Josh Turner, Home Free, Casting Crowds, The King and Country. A year you won't want to miss. All shows are free with paid fair admission. Visit IndianaStateFair.com today.
WSLM will be back everywhere you are this fall for high school football action. Get in the WSLM Sports Zone on 97.9 FM, 1220 AM, and online at YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. That's right. You can stream your favorite local team online at your choice of platforms, plus listening live on the radio. Follow the West Washington Senators, Salem Lions, and Eastern Musketeers and their Patoka Lake Athletic Conference and Mid-Southern Conference opponents beginning in August. We'll be unveiling our new sports broadcasting team for 2021 soon, so stay tuned to see who will be bringing you play-by-play action each Friday night. And stay with WSLM when you drive home from the big games with Coach Bob Lovell on Indiana Sports Talk from 9:30 p.m. to midnight each Friday and Saturday night. When you're listening to WSLM, you've got front row seats to all the local college and NFL action.
New babies, sports physicals, 3D mammograms, primary care, pediatrics, oncology, advanced orthopedics, lung screenings, and surgery. From providing community health services to performing the most innovative procedures, the exceptional doctors, nurses, and staff at SNEC have been caring for friends, families, and neighbors for over 100 years. SNEC, healthy together.
This is Melissa Jeremiah with Hoosier Uplands Home Health Care and Hospice. Our professionals are available at 812-849-4447 to answer any questions you have regarding home health care or hospice. Summer break has ended for our children. Please be mindful of our community's children. Slow down, be aware, and drive safely. Every child should have a safe walk to school. Our family at Hoosier Uplands would like to wish you a safe school year.
It's starting to warm up outside, and Brad, you know what that means. Brad, what are you looking at?
Oh, I was looking at the grills.
What?
The grills are coming in, Becky. It's grilling season at Walmart. Check out our great selection of charcoal, gas, and pellet grills, and our selection of Blackstone griddles.
And after you've picked out the perfect grill, head on over to the produce and the meat department and get great deals on grilling vegetables and pick up the perfect combination of fish, seafood, pork, chicken, or steak to make that first great outdoor meal of the season.
And if you're starting that outdoor patio, Walmart has fire pits, gazebos, folding and plastic chairs, and all the landscaping, plants, mulch, and rock to make your special place a great summer to relax.
Flowers and garden plants are coming in every day, and we have everything you need to get your garden started right. Fertilizer, seeds, tools, and more.
And of course, if you're looking for professional outdoor power tools, Walmart carries a wide variety of Hart brand cordless push mowers, chainsaws, blowers, and hedge trimmers that all run off of powerful 20 and 40 volt batteries. They're made by Milwaukee and put the power to clean up around the house in your hands.
Hey, Brad, I'm going to need several carts.
Hey everybody, it's Brad from your local Salem Walmart. As most of you know, we are doing a remodel right now to refresh and give a new look to your very own local Salem Walmart. We appreciate all you customers being patient with us and just want to say, bear with us, and come July, it's going to be an amazing new shopping experience for you all. And as always, we appreciate your business at your local Salem Walmart.
Dr. Minigun invite you to her new high-tech office in Salem at 1350 South Jackson Street. Her office is a part of Dr. Brad Black's Eye Associates, regarded as one of the leading eye care centers in the United States. The combined practice eye doctors and surgeons have helped thousands of people enjoy better vision. Dr. Mindy Gunn is committed to excellence because the people from Kentucky turn to her for answers, and patients turn to Dr. Gunn for the best eye care treatment available. If you're experiencing vision problems or having problems with your current glasses or contacts, give her a call today at 812-896-1717. Dr. Mindy Gunn is seeing patients for the latest in advanced eye care. You can get glasses, contacts, or prescription sunglasses. Come visit Dr. Gunn and Dr. Black's Eye Associates in their new high-tech paperless office today. They are closed on Mondays, open Tuesday 9 to 6, Wednesday 8 to 5, Thursday 9 to 6, Friday 8 to 5, and every other Saturday 8 to noon. Most insurances are accepted and affordable payment options can be worked out with you. To schedule your next eye appointment, again, call 812-896-1717. You'll be glad you did, and she'll be glad to take care of your eyes.
Caring people make the difference. You can feel it the minute you walk into Meadowview Health and Rehabilitation. Experts in long-term care. Not just doing a job, but following a calling. They're here to help you and your family find answers, solutions, and peace of mind. In fact, they become an extension of your family. For more information about Meadowview, visit ascseniorcare.com or call 812
break away, I wanna have some fun. Shake me, then you make me tickle my funny bone. I love it, whether it's a Monday or a Friday, I don't care. And now that I've been hooked, there's nothing else that can compare. Oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa. This show is hot, other shows are not. Oh, whoa, oh, oh, whoa. This show is hot, other shows are not. I found mine, yes I have found my favorite place. Got to have my Rick and Bubba. I love mine, yes I do love my Rick and Bubba show. They just ain't like anybody. Rick and Bubba show. Rick and Bubba show.
7 minutes past the hour. This hour will start from the broadcast plaza and teleport with phones. 866-WE-BE-BIG. Anything you want to talk about, man, we've covered a lot of topics today. You can weigh in on any of those at 866-WE-BE-BIG. All 10 lines are available. So your time to move is now. And you will get in if you move right now. We'll walk through some topics with you. All right, so let me hit you with some things you need to know this week from the O'Reilly Auto Parts upcoming events. From themanchurch.com tonight, Scott Dawson speaking at First Baptist Church, Troy, Alabama. That's tonight. They're going through our first curriculum, The Pursuit, and this is their next man church, their next gathering. And Scott Dawson will be their speaker tonight, so make plans to be there if you can. Coming up this weekend, I'll be traveling along with Team Man Church to Linwood Baptist Church in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Excited about that. Linwood is putting together the Catalyst Weekend. Shane in concert Friday night. The men's Man Church one day. Rich Wingo and I will be speaking on Saturday morning, and then Saturday afternoon and evening, a women's event. So get all that information by going to rickandbubba.com. And you can see the upcoming events. So we'll see you in Cape Girardeau. This prices and excellent customer service at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. So phone calls coming in now. 866-WE-BE-BIG. We'll get it started. 100.3 The River. Randy is standing by. Randy, thank you for your patience and welcome to Rick and Bubba.
Hey, morning, gentlemen. How are y'all?
We're good.
Hey, Rick, I got a suggestion for you guys for the podcast. You know a gentleman named Chad Robichaux?
I do not.
Okay, he's the speaker too. He's ex-Marine, ex-civilian operator that did contracting work in Afghanistan and stuff. And he's got a Christian foundation now and does a lot of stuff. He's also an ex-U.S. Strike Force champion.
Okay.
And he's big time into men's ministry. And I was wondering if you guys could ever reach out to that guy, because I have a feeling he'd be very interested in doing your podcast.
Well, especially now with all this going on with Afghanistan, there's a lot of different tie-ins now. So,
He does a lot of Christian ministry country for U.S. military PTSD stuff. But like I said, he's also a special operator after he got out of the military.
Okay.
And he does a lot of Christian speaking and stuff.
All right. Well, thank you.
I thought that dude would be a great guy for your podcast. It's Chad Roby Show.
Got it. And I see
also
pulling this stuff up on the screen right now. So.
Yeah, that dude would be awesome. And secondly, real quick, I'm retired Army, so everything that's happened the last few days is killing me. But how in the world can a president be missing on vacation right now? And the fact that his press secretary has an email sent out this morning saying, she's out of the office for the next week and can't be contacted.
Can you imagine, if you just want to go apples and apples, can you imagine, and I would be in agreement with those that were upset, by the way, but can you imagine if this was Trump right now and he was like at Camp David and his press secretary said, hey, I'm out of the office
for
today.
him to say a week ago that this was not happening, this was on the 8th, so it's been 1 week that this could not happen. To have this totally different than what he said a week ago, to be this short-sighted. And another thing too, while I'm thinking about it, please everybody be happy that me and Trump is off Twitter, but let's allow the Taliban leaders to
Hey, Randy, while I have you, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Did you serve in Afghanistan?
No, I did not. I did 20-something years, got out 8 years ago, and that is the one place I have not.
Okay, well, I had a question. I'm
still with a government contract company. I still get to hang out with the cool kids. I deal mostly as a post, and some of my guys that I work with are ex-Rangers. Still got several officers working and everything. And I just look at it.
Let me ask you this. I'm confused about the Afghani National Army's unwillingness to fight.
Anybody that you know that's been over there understands that most of those guys in any confrontation that they were with, they were motivated by the fact that they had American support at any time that they needed it, and people were embedded with them constantly.
We saw the same thing with the Iraqi army. We saw the same thing with the Iraqi.
Well, let me ask you this though.
They're absolutely scared to death of what their families are going to be. So when the time came, there's no American support. So I've either got to look after my family or it is what it is.
Well, I'm just confused why the Afghan fighters feel that way, but the Taliban doesn't. They seem to be able to function fine and lay dormant for 20 years for the most part.
Well, and like I said, it's only 75,000 up, so it's not like they were a big stretch. That's what he said a week ago.
Right.
Yeah, right. But look, 75,000 motivated will be 300,000 unmotivated every time.
Well, I mean, when the Taliban first,
this morning, at least they had their masks up.
Yeah, when the Taliban first made a move about a week ago, we saw video of all these the Afghan National Army surrendering and putting their guns in a stack. Remember? Do you remember that?
I don't know. To the phone?
I don't follow.
Yeah, well, I think he answered it.
If they're not willing to die for freedom, you probably don't deserve it.
They're only as strong as the Americans and the Allies support them. When we leave, they do not believe, they don't have the same wherewithal to fight.
Yeah, well, I'd heard stories about gunfights where the Afghan nationals would just simply run back to a safe place, put their gun down, and start eating, while the Americans were still shooting. I didn't understand that mentality.
Bruce in Nashville. Bruce, go ahead. Welcome to the program.
So you had somebody last week, I think it was an emailer, that said they were tired of you talking about COVID and they challenged you to do a show without talking about it. Well, I agree with them. And I'm tired of some topics, and I'm going to challenge you to do just one show without mentioning COVID, Biden, taxes, the military, government, capitalism, conservatism, public schools, college professors, politicians, music, sports, NIL, food, religion, hot weather, holidays, hunting, fishing, MMA, trucks, family, the aging process, body aches, medical procedures, stupid people, fat people, mullets, technology, science, space travel, TV shows, radio shows, podcasts, movies, and anything in the 80s and anything that's considered funny. Other than that, I'm just with you.
Yeah, you hadn't left us a lot of room to land there. We gotta have something to land this plane on.
Bobby and Lincoln. Bobby, go ahead.
Hey guys, I get out a lot of these country roads, and the other day I saw a fellow
cutting grass in his front yard with a pair of gym shorts on and some suspenders.
I laughed pretty hard. I had some friends that were checking in on the conference.
Don't you call that overall?
Yeah, this past weekend, and they were talking about what it was like to cut grass in the Alabama sun this past weekend. And one of them said, "I feel like I'm cutting grass on the actual sun." So yeah, I guess he was dressed. We'll come back. More of your phone calls coming in. 866 We Be Big as we let you weigh in now as we kind of turn the show over to see what's on your mind.
Look, I want to point out we've gone 2 hours and almost 30 minutes without talking about COVID.
Right. Yeah.
Today. But now there's still a lot left.
Yeah, there is. and some of you may bring it up in the phone calls, but lines are available. We'll continue to talk with you when we come back.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Summer is a time for excitement. Try something new with HelloFresh. Forget grocery shopping, meal planning, and the usual hassles of cooking something for the first time. HelloFresh offers 50 easy-to-prepare menu and market items every week, plus everything you need to get grilling this summer and calorie-smart recipes so you won't have to sacrifice flavor for nutrition. Go to HelloFresh.com/Bubba and use the code Bubba to get up to 14 free meals, including free shipping. That's the code Bubba at HelloFresh.com/Bubba. As seen on Shark Tank, the Chord Buddy Guitar Learning System can have you playing the guitar in no time. All you do is attach the Chord Buddy to a guitar while you immediately begin to play music. Within a few weeks, you'll begin removing some of the tabs and you'll start making chords on your own. Chord Buddy comes for right or left-handed strummers, and you can get the Guitar Learning System for just $49.95 or the crazy deal for just $60